Technology that is built for your every sense. Acer Pure from Acer.
Triggered floods, landslides from Uttarakhand, Himachal and Jammu and Kashmir to Punjab and Haryana. The impact has now reached the national capital. We are speaking of the Delhi-NCR region and also Gurugram, which is reeling under heavy downpour. Now, Gurugram came to a standstill after rains lashed the city on Monday. The downpour was so heavy, it triggered massive waterlogging and it brought traffic to a standstill. There's a visual, viewers. I'm sure all of you have seen it on your social media because that visual is viral. I'm talking about the grinding traffic halt which everyone saw yesterday in Gurugram. Viewers, look at these visuals. What you see, and which we will show you very shortly are, yes, the visuals on your screen at the moment. But what is the IMD's prediction, viewers? The IMD has now issued an orange alert. That is a warning of moderate to heavy rainfall. The showers across the Delhi-NCR region. Today also we are expecting rainfall in the Delhi-NCR region. What will it basically lead to? Would it mean that once again we will see life being brought to a standstill? Well, we hope not, but unfortunately, these visuals bring a deja vu type of situation. The Yamuna is already flowing above the danger mark. The visuals which you see on your screen, viewers, 4 different visuals showing 4 different parts of the city. Massive waterlogging, severe traffic disruptions, commuters struggling to drive, struggling to move. This is the condition of the national capital, viewers. What is happening today on the ground? How bad was the situation yesterday? To give us more details on the same, we have Mohit, Manoj and Kritika. All three of them joining us from the Delhi-NCR region. I'll come to you, Kritika, first, because Gurgaon and the visual which we see on our screens, that visual obviously is viral. That's the most talked about visual. A 7 to 8 kilometer long jam. People stuck in Gurugram for hours and hours together, bumper to bumper traffic every time it rains. What really happened yesterday? What's the situation like today? And if it rains, what happens? A repeat of what we saw yesterday?
But clearly, Meenakshi, yesterday when the rain gods unleashed their fury, remember the disaster management did say that about 100 milliliter rainfall was recorded just between 3 to 7 p.m. yesterday. Also peak hours when people were commuting, and that's why we saw this entire location, which is the National Highway 48, log jammed. Even today we are seeing that the sides adjacent to the highway completely waterlogged. In fact, on your left, you will see how people are trying to balance off, really trying to walk on this footpath. So calling it a footpath would also be being very kind at this moment. They're trying to balance and find a grip so as not to have to enter these really, really terrible dirty waters about half a feet deep right from where the road begins. People are telling us that as and when we would approach the middle section of the road, the water gets higher. It gets at many places up to their knee level as well. That is the situation even as of this morning, when in fact entire social media and people, specifically residents in the city of Gurgaon, are furious over in fact the mismanagement of the drainage system that is present in fact in the city. Behind us also a camera person will show you how the roads are completely tattered. It's completely pothole ridden. In fact, while we were reporting, we also saw how all these pebbles that have now come loose were flying off and hitting people on their heads, causing not only just an issue with waterlogging and traffic disruptions, but also serious
waterlogging behind you. If you could just show us those scenes as well. What I can see, obviously, behind you is a motorist who was trying to wade his way and drive in that waterlogged road. Can you show us the visuals behind you as well?
Absolutely. So this is in fact what is happening right now on your screens itself. Professionals, see, remember, even though work from home has been issued, a lot of people who work in shops, in malls, they have to commute. You can see how all of them are struggling currently, lifting their legs as high as they can in order to escape the water from completely drenching them. This is also office hours. This gentleman also, the sir who is walking right in front of us, look at how his pants are also completely, in fact, pulled up. Sir, किधर से आप जा रहे हैं? कितनी बार यहाँ पर पानी भर रहा है? इस समस्या के आपने कभी कुछ देखा है, कुछ सोल्यूशन मिला हो?
यहाँ तो बहुत ज्यादा मतलब पानी का प्रकोप है। हाँ।
तब से कुछ कोई आया पानी निकालने के लिए, पंप लगाया गया हो?
नहीं ऐसा कोई नहीं है, कभी निकलता होगा तो देखे नहीं है। देखे
दिस इज इन फैक्ट द की वर्ड, कभी निकलता होगा तो हमने तो नहीं देखा है। सर आपसे हम बात करना चाहेंगे, आप भी यहाँ पर किनारे पे बहुत देर से खड़े हुए हैं, क्या दिक्कत है यहाँ की? ड्रेन्स हमें तो नहीं नजर आ रहे हैं, यहाँ की प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
बहुत दिक्कत है यहाँ पे, रोज मैं जाता हूँ यहाँ पे, बारिश होता है और बहुत दिक्कत होती है, पूरा रोड में पानी रहता है।
आगे और भी गहरा है पानी?
जी और भी गहरा है इससे आगे।
ऑटो वगैरह सब जा रहे हैं या बीच में ही रुक जा रहे हैं?
मतलब बहुत मुश्किल से जा रहे हैं।
मुश्किल से जा रहे हैं। कितना किराया ले रहे होंगे?
कभी बारिश होता है तो 20 रुपए ले लेता है, नहीं तो 10 रुपए लेता है।
Alright, so what they're saying, in fact, these woes wherein everyone.
Right, point taken. Obviously, so everyone sharing, their monsoon woes, and what's very unfortunate and something I'd like to underline for our viewers as well. Viewers, what my colleague Kritika is showing is a situation today morning. It's not rained yet the roads are waterlogged. Imagine what happens. There is already an orange warning. What if it even drizzles a little? I'm sure all of us can imagine what's going to happen there in the so-called Millennium City. Why don't you stay with us, Kritika? Viewers, Yamuna is also crossing the danger mark. National capital also. We have updates coming in. The river is flowing above the 205.33 meters, and that is the danger mark. The flood warning has already been given. Yamuna is swelling. My colleague Mohit is joining us live. He's right there at the location. Mohit, officials have already warned that water levels in the Yamuna are rising. It's possible, that the danger marks, they're going to be crossed any time now. What does this mean for the people who live, around the Yamuna in the national capital?
Yes, in fact, actually what we know is that the Yamuna has crossed the danger level, and you can see the mark over here. The danger level is at 205.33. The Yamuna is currently flowing at 205.80. And look at these visuals over here, where we are standing. The old Yamuna bridge, which is the iconic Loha Pul of Delhi. The water is just beneath that. The water mark has reached just beneath that particular bridge. And by evening, the authorities have said that 5 p.m. this particular bridge, the Loha Pul, the old iron bridge of Delhi, will be closed for traffic, because remember, the relief and rescue operations are on standby. By evening, what we know is that the water level in Yamuna could reach to the mark of 206. Now, when the Yamuna water reaches the mark of 206, the flood situation is being sounded, the flood alert is being sounded, and the nearby low-lying areas of Yamuna Bazaar and the other areas are being evacuated. But look at these visuals over here. I'll ask my camera person Sachin to show these visuals. This particular tree was far away from the banks of river Yamuna, but it is half submerged in the water as of now. Though that particular tree was also far away from bank of Yamuna river. And look at the flow of the river over here. Lakhs of cusecs of water has been discharged from the Hathinikund barrage, and all that water is flowing from this particular area and subsequently to UP, and where we have seen that how in Mathura too the flood like situation has arisen. So clearly, as of now, while we speak, the water level has crossed the danger mark. By evening, this particular old Yamuna bridge would be closed for vehicular traffic. The temporary relief camps have been set up at the banks of Yamuna, on the roads at Sarai Kale Khan, wherever you have such areas, low-lying areas. The relief camps have been set up by the government. The DC are on the ground. All the officials have been asked to be on the ground. But these visuals are quite scary, because it reminds people of the flood in Yamuna a few years back, when the water was on the streets and water was reaching to Yamuna Bank metro station, and the situation was very, very alarming. In Gandhinagar, northeast Delhi area, East Delhi area, to the water level, we crossed the danger mark. It entered to the houses of the people, and similarly the situation is getting alarming minute by minute, by hour, and by evening this particular water level is all set to cross the mark of 206, and post that the flood alert will be sounded in Delhi, and all the relief and rescue operations will be taking place, and this particular iconic Yamuna bridge will be stopped for vehicular traffic at 5 p.m. today. Back to you.
Well, absolutely. So Yamuna about to cross the danger mark. We already have an orange alert. The situation is alarming near the Yamuna River in the national capital. Mohit, thank you for joining us with all these updates. Viewers, it's not just the Delhi-NCR region. We are also talking about Punjab, because remember, Punjab is also facing one of the worst flood disasters which it has seen in decades. There are 12 districts bearing the brunt of relentless rain, swelling rivers, also rivulets from Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir. They've all led to a massive waterlogging. Gurdaspur, which is emerging as the worst hit district in Punjab. 450 villages, as many as 450 villages located on the Beas and also Ravi floodplains are severely affected. The district's river systems, along with numerous seasoned rivulets, they have compounded the flooding. Yesterday, the Prime Minister Modi spoke to the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, and he took stock of the situation, assured full support from the centre to help the state cope up with the disaster. And talking about the latest, the Bollywood has also stepped in. There are many Bollywood stars who have offered to help with the Punjab flood situation. I'm speaking of Harbhajan Singh's wife, Geeta Basra, and also Shilpa Shetty's husband, Raj Kundra, who have been seen distributing relief materials to the affected families. While obviously, there are many celebs who are helping the people who are suffering due to the floods, the moot question is the ground situation in Punjab, viewers, as it's facing one of its worst flood disasters in decades. What's happening, the latest on the ground? My colleague Manoj is joining us live on the broadcast. Manoj, अगर आप हमें जानकारी दे सके, क्या स्थिति है अभी, on the ground पंजाब में, क्योंकि ये एक काफी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन है. कितने ज्यादा लोग इवैक्यूएट हो चुके हैं, कुछ डेथ्स के भी खबरें आ रहे थे. क्या आप हमें और डिटेल्स दे सकते हैं इसके बारे में?
जी जी बिल्कुल. देखिए, पंजाब हाल फिलहाल में पिछले अगर हम 2-3 दशकों की बात करें तो सबसे ज्यादा बाढ़ की मार इस साल झेल रहा है. पंजाब में 1000 से ज्यादा जो गांव हैं वो डूब चुके हैं और 29 लोगों की मौत अब तक हुई है. मैं इस वक्त अमृतसर जिले में हूं. अजनाला ये इलाका है, बॉर्डर का इलाका. यहां से कुछ ही दूरी पर भारत पाकिस्तान की सीमा है और ये पूरा इलाका पानी में डूबा हुआ नजर आ रहा है. मैं इस वक्त एक सड़क पे खड़ा हुआ हूं और पानी इतना ज्यादा है कि पानी सड़क से के ऊपर से बह रहा है. धार एक चल रही है बहुत तेज पानी की जो दूसरी तरफ जा रही है और ये पानी न सिर्फ सड़क पर है बल्कि घरों में है, खेतों में है. सैकड़ों एकड़ जो फसल है वो बर्बाद हो गई. एक तस्वीर मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूं कि आप देखिए कैमरे की नजर से जहां तक नजर जाती है सिर्फ पानी है और ये पानी छिछला नहीं है, बहुत गहरा पानी है. कई फीट पानी भरा हुआ है यहां पर और ये हालात तब है जब बताया जा रहा है कि कुछ पानी का जो स्तर है वो कम हुआ है. तो आप अंदाजा लगाइए कि जब पानी का स्तर अपने चरम पर था तब यहाँ क्या स्थिति होगी. अभी भी बहुत सारा इलाका पानी में डूबा हुआ है और मेरे साथ यहाँ के एक स्थानीय निवासी हैं, इनसे बात करेंगे. सर, क्या नाम है?
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह. कुलदीप सिंह नाम.
कुलदीप जी, हमें बताइए क्या स्थिति है आपके गांव में, क्या हालात है?
देखਣ ਦੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਸਭ ਝੋਨਾ ਵਾ ਜੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਿਮੀਂਦਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਪਾਣੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਝੋਨੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਲੱਥਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਜੇ ਲੱਥਾ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਲੱਥਦਾ ਵਾ, ਉਨੀ ਕੁ ਤੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਬਾਰਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿਮੀਂਦਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੰਦਾ ਹਾਲ है बेचारियों का.
ये कह रहे हैं कि धान की फसल पूरी तरीके से बर्बाद हो गई है और पानी का स्तर अगर घटता भी है तो बारिश इतनी ज्यादा है, लगातार हो रही है, उससे पानी का स्तर फिर से बढ़ जाता है. तो घरों में भी कुछ नुकसान हुआ है?
बहुत नुकसान है. कंधा कुंधा सब पाड़ पुड़ गई कईयां ਦੀਆਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਥੱਲੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਈ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ. 4 ਸਵੇਰੇ ਕੰਧਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਣੀ ਲੱਗਾ ਵਾ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਘਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਵੜਿਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਕੰਧਾਂ ਬਰਬਾਦ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ, ਡਿੱਗ ਡਿੱਗ ਕੇ ਪਾਟ ਗਈਆਂ ਕੁਝ.
दीवारें टूट गई हैं, घर ढह गए. कोई आ रहा मदद के लिए?
ਮਦਦ ਕੇ ਲਈ ਜੀ ਵੇਖੋ ਲੋਕ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ. ਖਾਣ ਪੀਣ ਨੂੰ ਪਸ਼ੂਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਚਾਰਾ ਚੂਰਾ.
ठीक है. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि मदद करने वालों की भी कमी नहीं है, पशुओं का चारा भी आ रहा है, खाने की भी व्यवस्था है, लेकिन नुकसान इतना ज्यादा हुआ है, इसकी भरपाई कैसे होगी ये सोचने वाली बात है. आज मुख्यमंत्री भगवंत मान एक मीटिंग लेने वाले हैं, अमृतसर में ही आ रहे हैं, वो यहाँ से मीटिंग लेंगे और बाढ़ के से प्रभावित जो इलाके हैं वहाँ क्या प्रबंध है उनका जायजा वो लेने जा रहे हैं.
आज बाढ़ प्रभावित इलाकों का एक दौरा भी करेंगे, as you were telling us, and that's obviously another big update coming in from Punjab, viewers. We are also speaking of Himachal Pradesh because Himachal also, viewers, is reeling under heavy rainfall. We are speaking of Hamirpur. It's an area where landslide has destroyed 2 houses, and also talking about the Chandigarh-Shimla National Highway. This is near the Solan area, which has literally become hazardous with large boulders and debris which seems to be falling down from the mountains onto the roads. Meanwhile, due to a red alert for heavy rain, schools and colleges in Shimla and Kullu districts for now are going to remain closed. We are showing you 3 different visuals from Hamirpur, Solan and also Kullu. The type of havoc which rains have unleashed in Himachal rain fury, monsoon mayhem from Punjab to Himachal in the Delhi-NCR area, especially in Gurugram. Life literally brought to a standstill every time it rains. End of the day, the question remains, who is responsible? What really is the road ahead when it comes to the condition, especially the Millennium City, the Delhi-NCR region? Why do we see similar scenes every time it rains?